Hello, BookTube. We're doing our 12.8K Q&A, and so far we seem to be doing it without any incident, so we're just going to keep going. Let's see here. We're up to Chris Music. Do you have a favorite book by Christopher Morley or Vincent Starrett? Well, my favorites are very predictable. The Haunted Bookshop and The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes. They're very predictable. They're the most popular books either one of them wrote, but I really like them. Finlay Miles says, what do you think of restoration drama? Any favorite plays from that area? From that era. I like restoration drama quite a bit, of course. I'm going to say John Dryden. You should read all of John Dryden. Strawberry Field says, hi, Steve. Do you have a favorite board game? Alas, no. Chess would probably be it. But otherwise, no. No, board games have dice that's thrown. That's a game. That's an invitation to play for beagles. They also have little pieces that can be eaten and that are eaten by little beagles. I was never invited back for any board games, whether it's D&D or Monopoly or anything like that. My dogs were too unruly, and I wasn't willing to control them for something as dumb as a board game. I largely didn't care what humans wanted or didn't want me to do with my dogs, so I was not invited back. But chess, I know well. CVBN457, oh my God. Steve, what is the book publishing trend you wish would just die? For me, it's the overly simplistic book cover art. The boringly simple digital graphic art does nothing for me. I really miss the beautiful hand-painted cover art of yore. Yes, I would definitely pump more money into the budget for book covers. I'd also get rid of autofiction. I would say, I would have the big five publishing houses say, all right, well, you've submitted this manuscript. An agent took it. Our initial readers say it's good enough for us, but what we're going to do now is look at your social media. If there's any correspondence between your social media and this book, we don't want it. If the big five publishers did that 5 times in a row, no one would write this crap anymore. But instead, they do just the opposite. So I'd like that to go, definitely. Several Gecko says, hi, Steve. Forgive me if I missed it, but did you ever acknowledge/celebrate the 5,000 video milestone? You are at 5,272 videos as of this comment. Is that true? That's incredible. No, I did not realize that. I don't know how to look at where I would find that number. Oh, we have to. We have to acknowledge that. Oh, all right. Well, now I know that. Thank you. I did not know that. Jeff Daniel says, what is your opinion of Hart Crane's poetry, particularly The Bridge? I like it fine. And do you know of any good book on the Congress of Vienna? Well, I love my viewers. I love you people so much. One book that I liked was by Adam Zamoyski, who did it. I think it was called The Rights of Peace. It's a large part about Napoleon, but it's also about the Congress of Vienna. Very, very smart book. Very, very good thing. Probably a paperback available somewhere. The Rights of Peace. CVBN457. Yes, indeed. Here he is. Return of the Spaminator. He calls himself that. I'll try to keep it to a minimum this time. No promises. I recently completed my collection of all 62 Goosebumps books. Original first printings. As a bookish 90s kid, this is of course a significant achievement and has massively leveled up my street cred. When Goosebumps fever was in full swing, what did you think? Any thoughts on the books and how they created new readers? Was their impact positive or negative? Purely positive. I never read any of these things myself, but I couldn't keep them in my store. And so I was there firsthand to see their huge blip in popularity, and it does make readers. Anything like that does, whether it's Goosebumps or Harry Potter or anything else. Anybody who encounters a series of books that thrills them with the whole idea of reading right at the age when they're going to give it up is going to remember that thrill forever and hopefully move on. Maybe they won't be quite so questionably morally questionable as to go and buy these things in pristine first editions when they're 80 years old like you did, but they'll still have that thrill of reading, and that's great. ChrisAm70 says, thoughts on Ulysses by James Joyce? Yeah, perfect question for a Q&A. I don't like it. It's junk. CVBN457 crops up again. Steve, I love a good controversy. In your opinion, what is the one book you believe is massively overrated that is considered a classic work of literature? There are lots of them that are from canonical stuff like Remembrance of Things Past to more contemporary stuff like Infinite Jest. There's lots of stuff. I just wait for the dust to settle on those things. I largely like to think that I'll be right about most of it in the long run. Let's see here. Mac says, number 1, what are some great writers on astronomy? It depends on what level of astronomy that you want. I'm not sure I'd be the right person to ask. Number 2, who are some great Christian writers about faith? Real and genuine faith like you sometimes talk about, the faith that moves mountains. well, Barbara Brown Taylor can sometimes be good. Douglas Ottari, Ottari, I think, can also be good. There are a lot. But a lot of them are abstruse. A lot of them are not writing books for the popular general reader. So it depends, again, on the level that you're looking for. And number 3, what answers to the Fermi paradox do you find most compelling and why? The Fermi paradox, for those of you who don't know, is the question, where are all the aliens? There are billions of planets in this galaxy alone and billions of galaxies. Why is there no evidence of alien life? It would have been around for billions of years. Where is it? Where are all the aliens? Why didn't we all grow up as a suburb of some alien multi-planet group? Is there no life anywhere that we can see in the universe? Granted, we can't see all that much, but why hasn't it come and found us? And there are a number of solutions, of possible thought experiments to suggest why that is true. My answer to the Fermi paradox, my favorite one, is the least satisfying, right? Some of the solutions to the Fermi paradox involve filters, watching alien societies, that sort of thing. I think it's just that the development of successful technological life is staggeringly unlikely. Just hugely unlikely for a huge number of reasons, not life itself. I'm sure that a number of the hundreds and hundreds of exoplanets that have been detected already do have life. It's possible even that some form of life exists in this solar system. But I'm talking about intelligent, self-aware, technological life. I think that the development of that, I think we represent the unbelievably unlikely end stage of a sequence of positive effects that you can't expect to happen on anywhere else. Life, yes. But technology? No. I don't think that. I think that the reason why we don't see a lot of that in the universe is because I'd be willing to bet there's virtually none of it. I'd be willing to bet we're one of the only examples. I mean, look at all the hurdles that you have to pass through. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are if you don't have the ability to manipulate the outside environment. So, you could, over the course of many millions and millions of years, you could evolve a brain that is complex enough for sentience and self-awareness. But if you're a humpback whale, what difference does it make? Or you could develop all of that technology and it could destroy you. Or you could develop a part of that technology and then your solar system is washed by the remnants of a supernova one solar system over. That happens all the time, all over the place. We know, we have indications of how common that is. If that were to happen, if Proxima Centauri were to explode, it would annihilate all living life, all the biochemical basis for life anywhere in the solar system, and certainly eradicate all life on Earth. There wouldn't be anything that human beings could do about that. There wouldn't be anything that any species could do about that. And that shockwave, superheated plasma and whatnot, just keeps going. And also meteor strikes. All life has been almost wiped out on Earth a few times by meteor strikes. It's, I think, staggeringly unlikely that a species would evolve intelligence and develop technology and have it for a while in order to even wonder about the Fermi paradox. So that is my preferred solution, is that the reason that the aliens don't appear to be out there is because they aren't. If by aliens we mean Vulcans, if by aliens we mean intelligent, introspective, technology-developing species, I don't think they're there. I think that's the answer to why the universe seems empty, because the universe seems to be enormously inimical to life. It doesn't like life. It's seething with life-annihilating radiation and violence on a staggering scale, a planet-destroying scale. I think the chance of delicate little life forms evolving the internet in circumstances like that is extremely rare. The fact that they'd survive, it's like a cobweb in a construction site. So anyway, we're at the end here. We have one more question and we're done. Cheryl Holsenbrake says, I'm nosy. What you doing at Hyde Cottage? You had to ask. I'm mostly just surviving at Hyde Cottage. We've had construction going on here for a month or more. I don't know if it's reached its crescendo yet. I have no idea. I'd like to think that we're approaching the light at the end of the tunnel, that we're approaching a downward cleanup phase, but I don't know that for sure. So I'm glad that I got to make these videos. That's great. We'll just have to see how long it lasts. But I'd like it if things got back to normal at Hyde Cottage. But anyway, that's the end of the questions for 12.8K. I'm pretty sure that we've hit 12.9K already because I stopped doing booktube videos. And there's also that business about 5,000 videos. Lots of channels have hit 12.9K. No other channel on YouTube has hit 5,000 videos by one person. So that deserves a Q&A right there. But for now, I want to thank you all, of course, as I always do at the end of these Q&As. They're always a lot of fun to do. And your questions bounce everywhere, and I have a blast. So thank you very, very much. We will do another one of these soon. So I'm going to wrap this up for now, but I'll be back. Thank you, BookTube.